What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr War Games, and now that my decks have finally arrived in the post today as of recording this video, I'm bringing to you guys the cyberdark variant to the cyber style deck. So, this is a deck build that I do thoroughly enjoy, because I obviously love cyberdarks. I thought they're very cool, they're very interesting, and I love that the more cyberdark focused variant now has a lot more plays and a lot more playability to the deck. I'm going to show you guys the pure variant in terms of, like, I'm just focusing on purely cyber stuff that the cyber darks can do with minimal influence from cyber dragons as possible. Though I will give you guys a deck more competitive upgrade that you can add to the deck that just gives it a lot more flexibility in its plays, and so on and so forth, and gives you that more competitive edge to it. So before I get to this, if you enjoy this, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that is greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into this cyber dark deck. So, even in the pure variant, I still personally play only one of each cyberdarks. They don't really do much, in the sense that they are just names for the deck, and that you can normal summon and equip your buster up to that, because we do play this in this deck, and it gives you a soft lock for your field. But yeah, you mostly just play these because they are extra cyberdark names that you can use for your cyber darkness, to send to graveyard with Chimera, and to search off with Realm. The other machine cyberdark we're playing is 2 Chimera. I think in the pure variant 2 is all you need. You can easily search this to your hand. You can easily recur this. So you could arguably just play one of it. But I wanted a few more cyberdark names in the deck, and I thought Chimera was the next best thing. So we're playing 2 of him. For the other cyberdarks, we're playing 3 Claw and 1 Cannon. Personally, I think this is the best ratio for the dragons. You could bump Dark Cannon to 2 and drop Chimera to 1, or even keep both at 2. It's completely up to you. I just think this is more than enough for your deck. You tend to just search off Cannon once, ditch him, and then get your Chimera and get that play going, get more names in graveyard. Once you make your Cyber Darkness once, and you shouldn't really have to fusion summon him again, in all personal honesty. So I think the 1's just fine. Oh wait, no, I do play 2. I'm so used to playing just 1. My bad. So I take all of that back. I'm playing 2. But you can drop this down to 1. So I guess my little mention there, my little chat there, wasn't all for naught. You can drop this down to 1 if you want to make personal space for anything else in your deck. But yeah, so I'm balancing between 2 and 1 in all honesty with the deck. I bumped it to 2 because I think I had additional space in here. So like, I literally laid these down. I did not see that the second was there. So my bad on that. But yeah, 2 is just fine. I wouldn't go to 3. I think 3 is way too cloggy. You can search this so easily. But yeah, 3 is just way too much. 1 is perfectly playable, especially in a more focused half and half variant of cyber style. But in the cyber dark variant, I think 2 is just fine. So embarrassing. 3 core. Even in the cyber dark variant, you play 3 core, because core searches everything in your deck. It searches a cyber spell, which essentially searches everything in your deck. So it also gives you the access to the 1 card OTK, or 1.5 card OTK, which is just too good for this deck, which is just too good for any of your plays. And so you mandatory have to play core, even in the pure variant of cyberdark, just because he's probably the strongest normal summon that the whole archetype has. Core just gives you so much. You've got to play 3. I do play the 1 Nashta because you can revive Chimera off Nashta. You can, yeah, and that's just literally it. You can revive Chimera off Nashta and go into your Stigo. You can even revive Stigo off Nashta. Like, Nashta just does so much as just a nice little 1-of in the deck. So do play one of him. For the other ones, I'm playing the one Attachment Cyber and the one Buster Whelp, the Buster Dragon Destruction Sword. These two are just nice little one-offs in the deck. Attachment Cyber I would only play personally in the Cyberdark variant. I wouldn't play him in any other. I just don't think he adds too much. I think if the attack boost was a little bit more, like if it was at least 1,000, arguably it should have been 1,600. It would have been a lot better. But personally, I just think one's just fine in the Cyberdark variant, and then the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is perfectly good at one. Moving on to spells, I'm not playing hand traps in this deck. Moving on to spells, I'm playing 3 Cybernetic Horizon and 1 Realm. I had to double check there if I put a second one in. But yeah, I think this is the best ratio. The reason I'm playing 1 Realm in these variants is because the fact that I don't know if this was a mistranslation or anything like that, because I don't recall seeing this on the initial translation when it first got revealed. You can only add a Cyberdark that differs a name from the ones engraved. So you can't search duplicates, which is a bit of a shame, which is why 1 is perfectly fine, as opposed to Horizon, who can search anything. Doesn't matter how many duplicates you have on field engraved, Horizon can search it. So that's why I've gone down to 1 Realm, because again, he can't search duplicates. If you've already used Claw once, if you've already used Chimera once, so on and so forth, Cannon once, you can't search another. So it essentially makes the others in your deck essentially dead. So I wouldn't play more than 1. You have 3 core to search it. If you have 3 emergencies to search core, so on and so forth. You have many ways to get to Realm. You have 3 claw, etc, etc, etc. Heck, even Horizon can search Realm. So once you get to Realm once, that's it. I believe the additional normal sum is constant, like so long as it's on board, you can always get the additional normal. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below, but yeah. So 3 and 1 to me is perfect. 3 emergency, searches core, which then searches everything in your deck. Emergency is just so good. I'm playing the 1 Foolish Burial. A bit of underrated searcher in the deck, essentially. Just gets you additional copies in graveyard, so you can then go to your Cyber Darkness a lot more easier, and so on and so forth. So I'm playing the 1 Foolish Burial for that. For fusion spells, I'm still on the 2 Power Bond and 1 Overload. Unfortunately, as much as I love the card, Cyberdark is just not worth summoning. You're best to just ditch it off your Horizon, which then gives you an additional Cyberdark name in graveyard for your Cyber Darkness fusion. Cyber Darkness is arguably just a better fusion to go into, and it is also arguably easier to make. Cyber Dark requires 3 specific cards in graveyard, or 3 specific cards to make. With Cyber Darkness, it says I just need 5 Cyber Darks. Doesn't matter how many duplicates you have, what they are, so on and so forth. So I've gone for this just because you can search Power Bond essentially twice in this deck. Easily search it. It's great to have in your opening hand as well. It means that if they do Ash your Chimera, it's like, cool, I have one already. And then you can just easily go for easy OTKs there. And then the 1 Overload, you could put up to 2 if you really wanted. But I think 1's just fine. You use it once and that's it. For another Cyberdark searcher, card to search is 1 Inferno. In the pure variant, you should play 1 Inferno at least, because it just gives you protection to all of your Cyberdarks. For revivals, I'm playing 1 Cyber Rev system, and I'm taking in the 1 Cyber Eternal Cyber. The fact that you can make Cyber Darkness so easily and then just revive it with this is just so good. And then it's protection in graveyard as well. It's also a nice thing to ditch off Chimera. So I'm taking the 1 Eternal just to see how it goes. We are an OTK deck, so Harpy's Feather Duster just to clear up that back row. And we are a Searcher deck, so triple Tactic Silence. Unfortunately, you want to at least play this or the other new card, Cross-Out Designator. Either one of those works. Talents is the more budget variant, strangely enough, for the deck. It just adds so much. If you've already got enough in the hand, you can bait them out the core and then go, cool, Talents, rip something else out. Helps you go second as well to clear boards. Draws cards in your deck as well. Like, Talents does so much for the deck, for Searcher decks like this, that I thought I could not play it in the deck. The last spell in the deck is obviously Call by the Grave. It's Call by the Grave. Moving on to traps, we're playing 2 invasions. We are a Cyberdark deck, so invasion is just fantastic. You want to see this in your opening hand, in all honesty, or at least a claw to search this. This plus your 1 card OTK can get you into a soft lock, which is very, very strong. So the Cyberdark Invasion is just fantastic. And to round up the deck, it came in the deck, you play it. 3 impermanence. So impermanence just too good. Helps you go second, baits out cards, like imperm just does a lot in this deck. Going first, you can just set it. Moving on to the extra, we're playing the 1 Cyberdark End Dragon, because we are the Cyberdark variant. We can easily make this. So Cyberdark End is just a fantastic boss monster. Perfect thing to equip your Buster Lock to, just because they can't just out this to out the lock, which is just good. 1 Cyber Darkness, obviously you play an English version, but I'm using my Ultra OCG version. And the 1 Cyberdark Dragon just to simply dump off the horizon. We're playing the 1 Cyber End Dragon. You can't really make this in the deck as easy as you can in the hybrid variant or in the cyber variant. But you have to play it to dump off the horizon to help you go into Cyberdark End. We're playing the 1 Eternity. Easily make this in your combos. It's just a great card to make if you can't make the Rampage, especially in this variant. You can easily make this and just go off from there. The 1 Rampage Dragon, because for the turns you can make it. 1 Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress to round up the Chimera Techs. For other fusion targets for your Claw, I'm playing the 1 Natis and the 1 Chimera Physia. Natis is just great, just for an additional pop, just to help clear those boards in the battle phase. And the Rafflesia, if you haven't already had access to it, you can then search your Overload Fusion and then just kill them on the next turn. For links, we're not playing the Xyz because we don't do rank plays in this deck. Double Seeger, I thought it was just the next best thing, especially for budget. Preference to replace the Xyzs with. You can easily make this twice and then just go for more OTKs there. The 1 Anaconda, you don't have to play this. You can take this out easily if you want a budget. But I think if you are making Cyber Dragons, if you are going for Cyber Dragons as your main deck, you should at least get a Chimera, a Verte Anaconda. You don't have to get Dragoon. But Verte just adds so much to the deck. It gives you so much more access to Overload Fusion, which then just easily gives you your OTKs. The 1 Buster Welt, because we're not going Dragoon. And the 1 Alamarage, just to link off your core with. And that, guys, is the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. No combos in this video because we've got combos already on the channel, as I believe, as when this video goes out. So you can easily get all of your combo goodness here on the channel outside. So if you enjoy this, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell if you've got other texts for your Cyberdark decks, what you're playing in your Cyberdark decks, etc, etc. Post them also down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are playing. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, as always, stay safe and happy dueling.